Hello and welcome to the pilot episode of Beat Stickman Beyond Climbing Leaderboards. I invite you to watch episode 0, which would be the demo. Back in the day I played the demo, went up to weapon number 6. They changed. We'll look at how they change these weapons. But I go through the introduction, the tutorial, which is the same thing. So we're going to start right after that. In fact, we're going to skip directly to reset, which is like Ascension, because after an hour of playing, I was already there. That's what this little email explains here. So you get a bunch of emails from nobody. There is a storyline in the game. I'm not going to focus on it in this series. If you're interested in it, I'm scrolling down. You can pause whenever you like. I'll also show 45 seconds of the finale of Beat Stickman Infinity Clones Climbing Leaderboard series. A very old series. Took a while to finish. I was number 1 everywhere. I'm going to show you that. And you can compare the graphics. It's really day and night between the two. I do enjoy this game. I find it interesting. It's up to you to let me know if you want me to make a series. But again, there's a bit of a hole there because it would be super repetitive if I showed you the intro and the tutorial. So once again, at the end of the video, I will show episode 0, and also it's going to be on the game's Discord. So we got Raw Dark Matter, RD, and Process Dark Matter, PD. Same principle as the original game. So you accumulate RD, and then when you, I'll call it Ascend, but let's use the real word, reset. We'll do that a few times today. I'll have to if I want to reach, because my goal is to reach weapon 7, because we reached weapon 6 in previous episode, or episode 0. So when you reset, you turn RD into PD. PD will give you extra damage. That's what they explain here. And the way to get RD is to get ad coins, use, mining beat coins, dealing damage to the stickman, and connecting energies. Now, right now I'm using an Autoclicker, okay, at 19 clicks per second. I don't know if I'll continue. That's why I call the video gloves off, in the sense I give myself the right to use Autoclicker, macro, whatever. But I may not have to use it. And if it becomes illegal, I did talk to FVS in the past and he didn't have a problem with Autoclickers, unless he changed his mind. If I see it's a rule for Leaderboards not to use Autoclicker, I won't. But right now I'm using it, but what hurts me is I don't really use energy very much. So energy is used, we'll look at that in the next episode more. You use U points. I don't know what U points exactly, well, it does unlock additional abilities related to that energy. By the way, this is a task manager, a bunch of tasks that they give you. There's a lifetime task, and it's like in-game achievements in reality, and they give you ad coins as a reward. For all I know, I don't know if there's other rewards than this, because I just started playing the real game. The demo was pretty limited. What's interesting about the demo is that I tried to figure out how many weapons there's going to be using MS Paint. Special tasks seem to be one time only each, probably related to the story. And this footage is 1 day before the release of the game, so I cannot see weekly task or daily task. So it probably exists by now. The game will be out by the time you watch this, of course. And they changed the release date. It was supposed to be later than this, so that's why I was able only to produce this video of a pre-release footage. Okay, so now we just activated Reset or Ascension. There is an animation like this, and I can't skip it. Well, I didn't find out how, at least. Today I'll show you a few back-to-back-to-back resets, but I'll stick just to the countdown. Okay, I'm not going to show you this whole sequence. I don't know if there's going to be an option later to skip it or a way to skip that. But every time you, for all I know, every time you reset, you have to watch this whole sequence. But it makes a big difference to reset, of course. We'll look at the numbers in terms of percentage, and we're about also to look at a little snippet of episode 10 beat Stickman Infinity Clones. Okay, so 23 times the damage. Okay, so 45,000, 23. So it looks like 2 to 1, or half. You divide by 2, replace the comma with a dot, and you got it. I don't know what the formula is, but it's close enough. I don't know. So 23 times, okay? So it's going to make a big difference right away, helping me making a lot of progress, because at the beginning it was a bit slow. Now it's much easier. And with these back-to-back-to-back resets, I'll do pretty good, and I'll be able to reach, as I said, weapon 7. Look, bang! I killed a bunch. So, nice and smooth, okay? Also, we'll look at the wheel. Then after that, we'll do those back-to-back-to-back-to-back. And then we'll look at each weapon. And if you compare with episode 0, you'll see the changes. We get a new story-related email. Then we'll take a last look at the progress that I quickly made in terms of RD, and then we'll look at episode 10 of the original series. Let's check it out. We made it. We're number 1 everywhere. Let's check out the leaderboards. I'm just gonna go back to kills. 21-87. I had to run this game in my sleep using macros for a very long time. I'll show you after this sequence how many hours I put on that game. It was insane, it took forever, but we made it. Next is levels, 157. Now it's very difficult to level up. I'm pretty much at the maximum I can be, almost. No point to push any further. Hats, no problem, 13,000. We're gonna take a look in details. And debris, I'm way ahead with more than 10 times the second place. I'm going to show you why. I've shown that in the past. I just stand in the middle like this with my Autoclicker, and you see the debris going towards me with ad coins. It was very different, wasn't it? So check out the series if you're interested at the end of the video. So this is the wheel, different from the original game because we have special powers here that increase our chances, but you have to spend ad coins, and it gives you I forgot the name of it, but whatever currency you use to upgrade your weapons. So we'll look at each, okay, like this. This wheel is sort of rigged against you. I don't know, it used to be. I will have to look at it more carefully. It's probably the last time you see a lot of these wheel spins. Maybe I'll show you big gains one of these days. Now I make, because it's 100 and something ad coins to spin. I don't know if it varies or not. I'm gonna have to look at it. But I make enough ad coins right now. I get easily in the 5-figure ad coins. So I wonder if using those power-ups, which increase your odds of winning, if it would be a good way to make a lot of, I'll call it money. Make a lot of money. But at that time, I had difficulty getting ad coins. No more now, it's much easier. Okay. So they call it lucky item. So I don't know how often you get them. Is it a daily thing or whatever? But there's a red dot beside the wheel when you do have some. So maybe I'll always spend them now that I have enough ad coins. And it seems to give you all sorts of advantages. So I don't know if it's the key to make tons of money. Should I bid less or more? I don't know. I'll figure it out in future episodes if I make a series out of this. Get lucky right there. We'll look at each of these menu items later. So now let's do a few back-to-back-to-back resets. I think there's 4, okay? And it was pretty quick. It didn't take much time between each. So that's one. And look, if you look at the time, 1 hour 17 minutes. Okay. Now I AFK'd a bit though. I just let it run sometimes in the background. But look, 12 minutes later, another one. Let's go. You know. So that's how I make enough progress to reach weapon number 7. And we'll see where I stand in the leaderboards. But that leaderboard that you're gonna see, first of all, already out of date. If you look at it right now, probably not even there. I'll be there, but way lower. But it's all YouTubers and, well, here's we'll talk about that later. Here's the weapons. Okay, we got the wall. That's the same as before. The saw was there before also in the demo. You can read the description if you like. We have the knife also was there. Then they changed them all. The ones I can see. So shuriken wasn't there. We have the bullet. The cocktail Molotov. Wasn't that in the previous game? I don't remember. And let's unlock a new weapon, the laser. And that laser, we've seen it in the game trailer. So I'm going to unlock this in a moment. I don't know how strong that is. It doesn't often hit the stickman, but maybe it hits it super hard. I'll have to figure out how good it is. Anyways, I have to spend money on that because I need stars anyway. So strong or not, I'm going to have to level it up. You saw a setting quit. That's because I hit escape all the time. I need to click. By the way, it's pretty loud. It gets louder and louder the more weapons. So next episode, I'll just shut down the in-game sound. Just keep the music. I really like the music in this game. So here I just decided to complete a bunch of tasks that I accumulated on purpose to show you the type of reward that you get. And they all seem to be altcoins. But I'll unlock things too a bit later in the video. We're close to the end though. So I'm trying to scroll down here, but you need to use the keyboard. Alright. I was trying to use the wheel. So these consecutive tap hitting, all these things, button smashing, with the Autoclicker makes it much easier to get. Okay, so I got that automatically. I did a bit like in the old game where I keep the cursor in the center. But I don't know. The reason why I did that in the original game was debris and hats. Eventually, I'm not so sure that tap will make that much damage. So I might not even need an Autoclicker at all. And I might have to use energy if I let it run AFK. There's also offline games too, yeah. But we're not going to look at it today. Next episode. So new email or email. Yeah, so we just say there's a bunch of, I don't know what it's saying in reality, but yeah, I'm trying to get rid of this because there's a little dot that appears in emails. It's difficult to get rid of. So this is the leaderboards, okay? And I am number 3. FVS is the developer, so he played a lot and he does have developer tools. So technically I would be second. But these are all YouTubers, maybe people who had access to the game before release. So it doesn't count at all. Next video it will count for real. And you'll beat me easily as you start playing. Because I put, 4 hours in the game. And I might not play today, the day I'm releasing this. So, you know, but I'll try to catch up. I'm very competitive. I just want to see if there's enough audience for a series here. We'll unlock a new background today. Maybe it's in next live, I don't remember. So there's multiple. Oh, I can, yeah. Okay, it cost me 40,000 at coins. I just did it. So you can unlock it manually. Sorry about that. It looks pretty nice too. Now the preferred thing, I didn't understand it at the time. I'll show you what I mean. That's the wheel. We've seen that before. Okay, so all right, let's keep going, but we'll talk more about this later. So crash log, story related, I suppose. Okay, maybe there'll be more in media. Tap skins. So I'm gonna unlock tap skins, and you'll see that preferred thing again. Okay, so I'm gonna just unlock some more. You see preferred, so preferred gives you, see it does say it here, bonus times 4. So you get bonuses if you choose the preferred one, and preferred changes. I didn't know that while I did this here. I was just trying to see how they look like, these skins, and I just chose one that I liked. But no, you have to choose the preferred one to get an extra bonus. It's the same thing for the backgrounds. I found that out right after recording the footage for this video. But I forgot, for some reason I forgot that you unlock it manually. I have 15,000 ad coins right now, so I should probably stop spending. And I was trying to make one preferred as a default. That's what I was trying to do right now, but that's not how it works. These are the stickmen that I encountered. You can read on your own. They explain what the rewards are. Right now I'm fighting a boss. Takes a while to kill. I'll kill it, but I don't have the footage of that in this video, and I don't think I'll show it in the next episode. Nothing happens. It just dies. I think it just gives more rewards. That's the one I'm actually... Look at this thing on the left, the camera. I like that's pretty cool. He doesn't seem to do too well, does he? Ouch. Apparently they don't feel pain though, so I guess it's okay. Alright, so we keep going here. Email. I do have trouble trying to get rid of what it says. Like when it says new like this, sometimes it doesn't go away. There you go, it went away, so I'm not too sure why, but it's okay. So tap special, so that's the U pointing. Okay, I do have one if I hold the button, and there's others I can buy with U points. How do you get U points? I'm not sure, but it might have to do with getting this green energy that fills the bar. So I would have to empty the bar all the time. Here I could reset for times 2.6, but it's pointless. We'll look at stats now. I'm not sure I will show you that every single episode. Maybe once in a while, but I mean the percentage, like 2% of weapons, you know, 8 out of 30 weapons. Once again, don't forget, if you have a chance, to check out episode 0 where I use MS Paint to find out that there is indeed 30 weapons by counting the pixels. Anyways, these are all the stats. I thought I'll show that. I'll just show the leaderboards at the end of each video, unless there's something spectacular to show in the statistics. Here I get a bunch of rewards. I'm not sure why, but okay. I don't know what these are and what triggers it, so I just claim them. So there's a bunch of things to learn about this game. I don't fully understand everything, of course. It's the first time I really play the full version of the game. The demo version was pretty limited. Yeah, so that's about it. Leaderboards, alright. Oh yeah, this is the app. I talk about that app, okay, what it does in episode 0, and you can read this text if you like. And there's a QR code, okay, so I don't have that on my cell phone. I don't think I'll ever use it. So watch episode 0 if you want to hear more about it. So yeah, number 2, unofficially, until FVS gets either passed or eliminates himself from the leaderboards. So please let me know if you like a series on this, okay? With views, likes, comments. That's how I'm going to decide. I hope you like this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.